So I'm faffing around with the camera. Hi Chelsea, how are you doing? You alright? It's been a while, hope you're okay. I've done you a reading. There's a few cards come out. It's not really a past, present and future. It's a kind of general reading here and now. I feel I want to say career orientated because of the amount of sword cards that I've pulled. There's not really, I don't think it's relationship orientated. So I've had to make notes because there's been a few. So the overall energy, now the words are linking to this reading as well. So the overall energy for this is judgment. Okay, the judgment is a call to action, but I'll go through the cards first. Then we have the Star, Three of Swords, the Emperor, Ace of Swords. That was the bulk of it, but I wanted a little bit more clarification. So the Seven of Swords came out. That links into the Three of Swords. I'll explain in a bit. And then we have the Six of Wands. Now I've also pulled the same cards in what we call the Light Seers deck. So it's a different style of deck. So it just gives me a slightly different interpretation. So here we have Judgment again. The Star. Three of Swords. The Emperor. Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords even. Seven of Swords again, and the Six of Wands. Okay. So let's start with the overall energy is judgment, but the way I laid the cards out, and again I'll send you a picture, it's centered around the Three of Swords. So I do like a cross formation, one above, one below, one to either side, and this card is in the middle. So I'm going to start with this one. Normally I kind of run through the cards, but I think the energy of this is really, really important. Okay, so this is heartbreak, suffering, grief and emotional pain. I need to reassess based on unexpected or unpleasant developments. That's the overall feeling with this. Now again, that could be a relationship. It could be, relationship is a very general term, so it could be a working relationship as well as a love stroke romantic relationship, but I feel it's more potentially work orientated or friendship or something like that. But we have got that heartbreak there, negative thinking, so you need to avoid being trapped by negative thinking and literally getting skewered. Now the cards around it, Judgment, the Star, the Emperor and the Ace of Swords in that cross formation are all very, very strong cards leaning to that. So the Judgment, although that word strikes, it conjures up something in your mind. It's a call to action, so it's a call to yourself. You've got this angel up here, this archangel up there, but basically it's a rebirth, truth renewal. It's about reaping rewards and the past. So what you've done in the past can affect and influence obviously what's happening in the future and the present obviously as well. So with this, I mean, we've got and again a sentence I pulled out, you may be being asked to forgive yourself as well as others for things that have happened in the past or things that you've done in the past, things that you may feel that are holding you in the back or holding you back. Again, that leads us to the Star, which is next door. So this person's got 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the water. They're pouring equally out of equal jars. You've got the stars above, and this is renewal, rejuvenation and hope. Moving in the right direction, sudden breakthroughs or opportunities out of the blue. The card advises you to take the next step as soon as possible. So if there is another step in your journey that's been presented, it's asking to take that step. So it does tie in with the Judgment card, but it's moving away from this heartbreak. The next up we have is the Emperor. Now he's all in red. He's the King of Kings. But he's armoured. He's armoured as well. He's protected himself. He's not daft. But he's got his red robe. He's got his crown on. But he's also looking. He'll be looking towards this card here. So again, the Emperor is a man you can lean on. He knows pretty much everything. He's someone you can get valued. Male or female is irrelevant, by the way. Gender doesn't take place within tarot. So again, this could be a female, it could be a male. It's just the energy of the Emperor. So it's a positive influence. Shows how to create with intention and desire. So that's especially where the red is the strong colour for that. Also in the background, this could be a sunrise or a sunset. So it's a sunset on this. This is over, it's past, it's gone. Now we have a bright star, which is in the future. Ace of Swords was below. This is divine. This is ideas, thoughts, communication. So this is acting pretty quick. But you've got the laurels here. So this is victory. So you are going to be victorious. And the card was literally beneath it. It is cutting up straight into this and this ace. So ambition, mental clarity, breakthroughs, victory in progress, potential for action and breakthroughs. You've got clarity of mind to make sound decisions. Okay. Now with that clarity of mind, there may be a clouded judgment. Hence why I pulled another couple of cards. And the Seven of Swords dropped out onto the Three of Swords. So there is hurt, but there is also betrayal. This is somebody running from camp to camp. This is someone potentially talking behind your back. And this card is asking you to be careful, be wary of anyone that is within your friend or work colleague, whatever situation it is, within that circle, to just be wary of who you're telling certain pieces of information to. So like say for example, myself, in my job, I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody with certain pieces of information, so I keep quiet. If you want an opinion, I'll give you an opinion. But this is just asking you to be a little bit careful. This dude is tiptoeing away. He's being proper sneaky. So that's more of a warning card. Just be careful. I've surrounded this heartbreak. But you have got the Emperor, the Star and an Archangel on your side. Now with this outcome, this is a fabulous card. It's victory. You're victorious. Wands of fire, they're passion. They're also thoughts, ideas and creation. These wands of all of those wands are fertile. You've got the victory wreath on top of the wand he's carrying. He's also wearing a victory wreath. Again, he or she is irrelevant. So this is you overcoming this mental clarity coming through, your thoughts, ideas, your progression. You're now victorious. You will be victorious. So I'm just going to show you the same cards in the Light Seers again. With Judgment, this is releasing. This is forgiveness of the self. So this is you forgiving, but it's willingly. It's forgiving willingly. It's not forced. It's not something that you have to do or you're being told to do. You're doing it willingly. And by letting this go, you're wishing upon a star. This is divine inspiration coming down, but it's also coming down into you. You're holding on to that. That's your hopes, your dreams. Okay, you're holding on to that, but that's up there in the universe. So you can create this. This is within you to create. But at the moment, you're going through this heartbreak. This is literally, you know, the blood, the string, rope, whatever it is, coming from that shattered heart is binding you. is literally binding you. But you know that you've got the Emperor on your side. You can draw upon this guy. Like I said, he is the King of Kings. And he sat there and he is watching out for you. And you know what to do. The inspiration from divinity, the universe is coming through to your mind. And it's relaxing, breathing, making space for it. And it is coming through into your mind. And you're peaceful. You're at peace here. Like I said, just be careful. There could be somebody sneaking around in the background, spreading rumours, saying things that aren't true, or taking your truth and bending it. So I would say just be a little bit careful with who you have in your friendship circle. But ultimately, victory. You're in front of all of your peers here. You're victorious. You're in the limelight and you have come out on top. The wand is there. The victory wreath is there. But you are standing tall. You are standing proud. And you've won. You've won. At the cost of your own. You're putting yourself in that right position to do that. So I'm just going to take a card from the Moonlit Forest. So I hope you're well. I hope this finds you. Like I said, I mean, I'm learning tarot and I'm learning cards, and like I said, I've never seen a bad reading per se as, oh my God, that's horrendous. Forewarned is forearmed. I'd rather know something and be prepared for it than things coming out of the blues and catching me out. But anyway, let's see what the Moonlit Forest has to say for you. That's one more. There we go. Night's Embrace, shadow work, acceptance, depth. Even your darkness is worthy of being held gently. Again, I'll take a picture of that because that's quite poignant. Shadow work. A lot of people don't like shadow work. A lot of people stay away from it. But it's what's in here, what's deep inside here. We have our light selves and we have our shadow selves. And our shadow selves can hold a lot of negativity about ourselves. And it's confronting those bits that we don't like about ourselves and bringing them into the light to accept them, send them love. It's a very powerful tool. It's a very powerful tool, but even those bits that you don't like about yourself, they're still worthy of being held gently, and that's what that message is for. I'm just going to grab another deck because I have the feeling somebody from Spirit wants to send you a message, and this is coming through more and more for various people. So this is called Talking to Heaven. So this is people that have passed over. It could be animals as well, not necessarily people. So this is somebody in Spirit wants to send Chelsea a message. Who wants to send Chelsea a message? And what is that message? Okay. Got two cards. I send you loving signs through nature. So if you're out and about, you may see feathers, you may see butterflies. I mean, you're in Bolton, so I was going to say flowers, but maybe not. But anything in nature, something that, if you see something like butterfly, flowers or whatever, and you think, oh, that reminds me of so-and-so, it will be that person that's thinking of you and that wants you to know that they're there to help you as well. And also, I am sorry, please forgive me. So someone's asking you to forgive them. So maybe you've got maybe part of your shadow self, maybe there's something there that's I've got an idea what that is, but I'm going to keep that to myself because I could be very, very wrong. And but you'll know who that is regarding, and you'll know what it's regarding. Now, to give you an inkling of the kind of thing, when I pull this card for me, it doesn't happen now because I've moved on from it. But when my dad died when I was young, and I can remember when Mum was very poorly and she had dementia, and we were looking after, or I was looking after Mum, and we were going on about forgiveness, and I was talking to my dad, who's in spirit, and he was, I was getting messages, shall I say, and so, you know, you need to forgive your Mum, because I was quite angry about it all. And it's like, you need to forgive your Mum because she can't help it. This is her brain switching off. This is not intentional. It's just, it is what it is. I said, okay, right, yeah, I forgive Mum for this. Or I was like, you're going to mean it. You're going to really mean it. So no, I do. You know, I'm beginning to understand more and more about dementia because I knew nothing about it at that time. But the other message that came through is like, right now you need to forgive me. Why do I need to forgive you? You've passed on for decades. He said, yeah, true. That's very, very true. But the little boy that was 10 years old needs to forgive me for leaving him behind. And that was me as a 10-year-old creating something that I had to forgive my dad for leaving me behind, because I held that. It was like, why did you leave? Why did you go? Okay, you're 10 years old, you don't really understand. As you get older, it's like, well, you know, you died of cancer, you know, it's one of these things. But I held on to a lot of anger until I forgave him for leaving me behind. So I'll just leave that with you. That was when I pulled this card, or when I pulled this card, I knew exactly what that was about. So you may know exactly what that's about. So I'll take a picture of that one too. So I hope that reading finds you well. And good luck with everything that's going on. Sounds like you're all quite busy down there. But hopefully that makes sense to you. I really do. And I hope that sheds some light on a few bits and pieces for you. But anyway, I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now.